This is CBS.
A day of reuniting, tears, and hugs. We'll have the story.
A major drug bust nets cash, drugs, and suspects.
Parents here in Central Square are turning up the heat in their fight against possible school budget cuts. I'll have that story.
Also, Mike will have Bayheim on the brackets.
And John Fisher is in with the Workweek 5cast. News Center 5 is next.
What puts the Samdell Group in a class by itself for customer satisfaction? An etched-in-stone policy that says the customer is right anytime, every time. Every Samdell Group member has an unshakable commitment to serve you by offering monumental savings. Add the rock-solid dependability of our award-winning service departments, and our customer satisfaction towers above the rest. Now is the time to realize the Samdell Group distinction. Both in sales and service, will prove that Samdell will serve you well.
Well, I used to walk 40 miles to school every day. There was no TV. We used to watch the house plants. Yeah, and there were a lot of things to eat for less than $1.
Introducing McDonald's new 9 for 99 menu. 9 McDonald's favorites, all 99 cents each, all the time. Old-fashioned values that will save some money and jog some memories.
Hey, we used to shave the dog to make blankets.
The new 9 for 99 menu, only at McDonald's.
Class action is this year's presumed innocent.
The plaintiff, Jedediah Tucker Ward.
A father and a daughter.
For the defense, Margaret Eleanor Ward.
I'm glad I'm not going to be at your house for the holidays.
Divided by a case.
Did it ever occur to you that I might be a very good attorney?
Well, you damn well better be. I raised you.
Endangered by the truth.
You so much as look in my daughter's direction, they won't be able to identify you with dental records.
Class action, rated R. Starts Friday at theaters everywhere.
Tracy Davidson, Keith Copeland, Mike Tirico with sports, and John Fisher with tomorrow's forecast. This is News Center 5.
Good evening. Syracuse police are calling it a major hit in the local war on drugs.
Earlier tonight, police arrested 3 city residents and charged them with possession of cocaine.
The arrest came after a 3-month investigation by city police and state police officials. At a news conference late tonight, investigators displayed a kilo of high-grade cocaine and more than $10,000 in cash seized during a search of 2 city homes. Authorities describe one of the 3 suspects, 28-year-old Ruben Santiago, as a major cocaine dealer in Syracuse.
You've got street-level dealers, you've got users. This is a real good score for us, and you know, we'd like to make sure that they all, at every level, we make sure that they do a little jail time. In this case, a mandatory jail sentence of life wouldn't bother me in the least bit.
Arrested along with Ruben Santiago were her sister, 30-year-old Lorna, and his girlfriend, 29-year-old Sonia Rivera. All 3 will be arraigned tomorrow morning in Syracuse City Court. Police Chief Tim Cowan says the cocaine has a street value of more than $100,000. Bad news about the budget could spell double trouble in the Liverpool School District. Liverpool residents may have to swallow a school tax increase while their children could have crowded classrooms but fewer programs in which to take part. Hundreds of parents, teachers, and students packed into tonight's school board meeting to find out where nearly $5 million in cuts might be made. Many programs could be eliminated, along with a reduction in teaching positions, although exactly how many remains unclear.
Part-time people, you know, these are the people who not only deliver instruction to our kids, but these are the people who support them. The cuts are fairly equal across the board.
I think that's a little high. I think right now we may be looking at approximately 40 to 45 teacher cuts, and then also some cuts in some of the other bargaining units that we represent, teacher assistants and teacher aides. And so it's going to be devastating, but I don't think it's going to be quite as high as 100 or 150.
Either way, district residents may have to pay an additional $16.50 per thousand assessed in property taxes as a result of the budget.
Another school district worried about possible state aid cuts is Central Square. Suzanne Lysak reports parents there are turning up the heat in their fight to save special programs.
Here in Central Square, the school board is planning for the worst. If state budget cuts go through, the board may be forced to make drastic cuts.
This is not a pleasant process, but we must carry it through.
The board is considering cutbacks in the high school business department and the program for gifted students. Parents here have organized themselves and are determined to change some minds.
I think there's other things that can be cut rather than the schools. If you take this away, you've got nothing to build it up with in the years to come.
Mentrack and the other parents are recruiting local lawmakers to their team. They are encouraging the legislators to take a stand against the governor's budget plan.
I'm encouraged by what they're saying, that they're not going to let the governor chop quite this much. We know there's going to be some cuts. I think what we're trying to do here is to keep the school board from making a panic response.
The parents want the school board to proceed with caution. They maintain any cuts that affect the quality of education in Central Square must be carefully considered and should be implemented only as a last resort. Suzanne Lysak, News Center 5.
Well, tough economic times have led to hardship for local school districts. One school of higher learning is doing quite well. As Donna Spezielli reports, the school is Onondaga Community College, which is bursting at the seams with students.
It's hard to tell there's a recession going on here. In fact, community colleges like OCC seem to be the big winners from the current recession. While many four-year colleges and universities have seen marked decline in enrollment, OCC has experienced the opposite. 1 year ago, 7,650 students attended OCC. As of this spring, enrollment stands at 8,229. It is the first time the college has gone over the 8,000 mark in its 29-year history. With the increase in enrollment comes a change in the makeup of the student. Over half of the students here are in their 30s and 40s and going back to school part-time. People like Carmen Fasulo.
Well, I went different school, and then I had my son. I wanted to get a more education for a better future for him and myself.
Like Carmen, Blondine Laddie wanted better. Now, when did you graduate high school?
In 1971.
Okay. Why come back now?
Well, I worked a lot of minimum wage jobs. I have 2 kids, and I was getting nowhere fast. And I realized that without an education, I wasn't ever going to get anywhere, and it makes it harder for my kids.
Blondine has been on the dean's list for the last 6 semesters. One thing that makes it easy for her and others to go back to school is the cost. Tuition is only $1,350 a year. Now, with the additional students comes additional problems for OCC. You see, this college is running out of space. It's also running out of parking.
Many of our students come by private vehicle autos. We've run out of parking spaces. This semester, we're parking cars at Van Dyne, just half a mile away from the campus, and running a shuttle bus up to campus. We've increased parking spaces and had parking lot expansion, so that's one of the problems.
Another problem is classroom size. Many students can't get the classes they want. OCC is committed to keeping class size small, so it plans on renting space off campus in the months to come. The way things are going, the college will have to make some changes to keep up with the pace. Donna Spezielli, News Center 5.
There was another emotional homecoming today for more Central New Yorkers returning from the Gulf War. 2 planes carrying about 70 members of the 416th Bombardment Wing arrived this afternoon. Family members wasted no time greeting loved ones they had not seen in 7 months.
Hey, buddy, come here. How you doing? Oh. How are you?
These families will now focus on putting their lives back together.
But that's not the ultimate. The ultimate is now.
A lot of things you miss, a lot of things you take for granted that just weren't there. I never realized how much I loved her until now, you know.
One airman returning today would get to hold his 4-month-old daughter for only the first time.
American prisoners of war returned home yesterday. Today, stories of how they were treated in Iraq. Some were beaten. There was some verbal abuse, and most of the former prisoners agree the cold was the worst part of their captivity. They were given only a pad and thin blanket to keep warm. They were not allowed to shave and were given only 1 meal a day of pita bread and tomato soup.
Occasionally, by accident, there'd be a little piece of potato that would slip in. But usually, the soup would be served off the top of the pot to the prisoners, and if there was anything of substance on the bottom, the guards would usually get that.
Meanwhile, Secretary of State James Baker is trying to get Arab nations and Israel together on peace.
We come with some ideas. We hope we hear some ideas. I think we've heard some ideas in the first couple of days. I believe we've heard some ideas here this evening.
Prior to Secretary Baker's arrival, escalating violence between Israelis and Arabs caused him to cancel a walking tour.
Back in central New York tonight, debate over signs. 2 years ago, the town of DeWitt passed an ordinance restricting homeowners who wanted to display political signs. The local ACLU filed suit against the town, claiming the ordinance infringed on an individual's right to free speech. Tonight, an amendment to the ordinance.
It would permit signs of any size. It would permit signs to be on the property for longer than the fixed period of time in the previous ordinance. And it would also require a deposit of only $10 per sign, which would be fully refunded to the person who placed the sign on the lawn once the sign had been properly removed after the election.
Town councilors decided to postpone a vote on the amendment.
Signs of something a bit unusual today at Syracuse Common Council. Councilors were expected to approve Mayor Young's nominee for the city's boards of ethics. It's something usually very routine. The mayor's pick, Reverend Betty Bone-Scheich. However, councilors voted down the nomination.
I was told at one point that one person had a personal problem. Now it appears to be more than just a personal problem. It appears to be 6 votes against it. And I'm just curious if there was something wrong with the nominee that I think that the members of the council would like to know what it was.
She is notorious for having liberal political views. This is a legislative body. It's a political body. When you've got 6 out of 9 counselors being Republicans now, who are of a more conservative view generally, I think you're going to have some trouble putting in a notoriously liberal person.
Some Republican counselors believe their rejection of Reverend Scheich will send a strong message back to Mayor Young. Snow and sun are on the way.
But in what order? John Fisher will have the 5cast next. Stay with us.
John Fisher's forecasts are certified and approved by the Meteorological Board of the National Weather Association.
Discover 13 acres of RVs at the Great Outdoors Magical March Open House, March 13 through 17. Let the Great Outdoors make a Fleetwood motorhome, travel trailer, or fold-down appear in your driveway. Last chance for RV show prices still in effect at our March Magical Open House, March 13 through 17, and that's no illusion.
The great American family, they love the great outdoors. We get to know you at Big M Market.
Shop and save on Kellogg's Corn Pops, Honey Smacks, or Apple Jacks. The 12-ounce box, just $2.99 each. Rice-A-Roni, all varieties, get 3 for only $2 with coupon. Tide laundry detergent, the 39-ounce box, just $1.99. And Slim Fast frozen entrees, the 12-ounce package, get 2 for only $5.
We get to know you at Big M Market. We get to know you at Big M Market.
At Miller Acura, we work hard to get you into the Acura you want at a price you can afford. How hard, you ask? So hard that right now you can drive away in a brand new Acura Integra for less than $13,000. It's a lot less than you thought, isn't it?
Miller Acura, dedicated to your satisfaction.
Miller Acura, 2601 Erie Boulevard East. See us today.
On the next Cosby Show.
Whoa, this is a D.
I've seen it, but not next to my own name.
And after the Cosby Show, stay with us for News Center 530.
You have to start somewhere. I believe home is the first place.
We're all sharing the planet, so we have to think about each other.
Each individual has the power to change the world, yeah?
So what can you do to be more efficient? We'd love to show you. Call. It's free.
Here are tonight's winning lottery numbers in cash 40. They are 11, 21, 22, 31, 36, and 40. And the daily number 0, 7, and 6, and the wind for combination 0, 1, 6, and 0.
Okay, John Fisher, I guess a reminder to folks who are hoping for an early spring that winter's not quite over yet.
Yeah, we got a few more days of winter, definitely. It's going to be, though we'll see some sunshine tomorrow, but it'll be kind of cold sunshine. Still winter sunshine here in central New York. And here is our weather cam shot for this evening. Kind of a mysterious feel to this shot. You got the dark Armory Square in the background, then you look off into the distance, and there is the Art Deco NYMO building, all lit up, giving kind of a aura of mystery and intrigue to our weather cam shot tonight. What do you think, huh? Yeah. Not unlike Saddam Hussein's battle plan, now that I think about it. Kind of mysterious. Everybody surrenders, then you claim victory. I still am in the dark about that, but should be able to shed some light on central New York's weather tomorrow, or at least Mother Nature will. Some sunshine is on the way, though it will be chilly. Right now, not all that warm either. 22 degrees in downtown Syracuse. Our relative humidity is 65%. Fairly dry air out there. The barometer 30-16 and falling, and our winds out of the west at 6 miles an hour. Temperature stats for today, well, we did have sunshine at least earlier in the day today, and all we could do is 16 degrees from normal. Look at that, 23 degrees as opposed to a normal of 39. And on the low side, we were 8 degrees below normal. As far as records, 67 back in 1977 and 1 degree below freezing back in 1948. All right, taking a look at our News Center 5 radar. Still a few of those pesky little occasional light snow flurries around central New York. There's really not much to this. The winds are fairly light, only 6 miles an hour. The air is relatively dry, and we're looking at just a few light flurries that should die out as the high pressure moves a little farther to the east. Those occasional light flurries will be out of here over the next couple of hours, and at any rate, by tomorrow morning, we should begin to see some sunshine here in central New York. If you look out just to the west of us, here in western New York, down towards Pennsylvania and eastern Ohio, a ridge of high pressure is indeed moving in, and it should give us a decent amount of sunshine during the day tomorrow. But by Wednesday, clouds ahead of this system will definitely begin to move in, and late on Wednesday and into Thursday, this system moving in from the Mississippi Valley will be bringing us, it looks like, a little bit of snow here in central New York. On the overnight weather map, there's that high pressure cell just supposed to be getting just over the top of us over the next couple of hours, so hopefully all the light snow flurry activity will die out. During the day tomorrow, it moves a little farther over to the east, starts pulling up a little bit warmer weather, not a whole lot. We may be 12 or 13 degrees warmer tomorrow than we were today, but by Wednesday, here comes that next system. We're looking at some snow late Wednesday, lasting into Thursday. And then it looks like maybe Friday, things will start to dry out a little bit back there. But for the time being, a little chilly overnight tonight and some snow flurries and then some sunshine tomorrow. Here's Fisher's forecast. For tonight, we'll call it cloudy. We will see some starshine in and out of the clouds tonight, but cloudy for the most part as we see a few more of those occasional flurries over the next few hours. But chilly, look at that, down to a low of 12 degrees as tomorrow progresses, up to a high of 35, which is really a couple of degrees chilly for this time of the year normal-wise, but 12 degrees warmer than we got today, so a little warmer, and they're mostly sunny skies. Then on Fisher's Fearless 5cast, there you see Wednesday, it starts to snow late in the day, lasts through Thursday. A few flurries left over on Friday, though the sun does return. And on Saturday, a mostly sunny day, though, as you can see, the temperature staying mainly in the 30s all the way through Saturday. So tomorrow, we'll call Tuesday... skies, for the most part, will be blues day here in central New York. Enjoy it while you can.
Thanks,
John.
Okay. Well, a bad break for the Mets.
And another All-American on the hill. Mike has the story in sports next.
That pass up ahead is Owens. Dump time. Ball Evans.
What's the best news you could hear about the price of Roundup herbicide? Ready? Watch. It's dropping right to the floor. In fact, compared to the $70 a gallon Roundup cost in 1985, it's bargain basement. Just $47 a gallon in 30-gallon drums. 47 bucks. Premium performance, new low price. Get Roundup for $47 a gallon.
Get roots and all control of quackgrass for about $12 per acre.
How good is new Lipton chicken broccoli rice and sauce? Chopped carrots, crispy broccoli, long grain rice, savory chicken flavor. With a delicately seasoned taste and deep simmered sauce that could only come from Lipton. It's that good. Try new Lipton chicken broccoli rice and sauce.
Here's the tip-off. Get a fast break on a new 1991 Oldsmobile Calais for just $99.95 at your local quality Olds dealer, with cashback rebates and special discounts for qualified first-time buyers financing with GMAC. Experience brilliant performance and awesome savings. You may even win a trip for two to the NCAA Final Four. The 91 Olds Calais. Just $99.95 during the Drive to the Final Four Calais Sell-a-thon. For a limited time only at your local quality Olds dealer.
For suspension or alignment, we use top technology to diagnose the problem, and top technicians will fix it. Nobody beats Midas. Nobody.
News Center 5 Sports is brought to you by Kentucky Fried Chicken. Try out the Colonel's new skinless, light, and crispy chicken. Nobody's cooking like today's KFC.
Now there's a whole new kind of fried chicken. New, light, and crispy from KFC.
Give me no skin, give me all taste. Give me no skin, give me all taste.
Introducing light and crispy from KFC. No skin, so it's light. All taste because it's marinated through and through with 11 herbs and spices.
Give me no skin, give me all taste. Nobody's cooking like today's KFC. Give me all.
Mike Tirico in with Sports Right Now. I guess it's no real surprise to Orange fans. We know how good Billy Owens is.
Yeah.
But the rest of the nation finally learns.
Yeah, and I think when we look back, if Billy leaves after this year or not, I think we're looking at the end of an era. 3 back-to-back-to-back first-team All-Americans with Sherm and then Derek Coleman and Billy. This will be known as the All-American era through Syracuse. Quite a string for the 3rd straight season, and SU players among the best in the nation. The Associated Press All-America team announced earlier this evening Syracuse's Billy Owens named to the first team. Not a great surprise. The junior from Carlisle, Pennsylvania, averaging 23 points, 11 rebounds a game this season. He picked up 2nd team honors last year. Owens becomes the 3rd Orangeman to be named All-American in the past 3 seasons, following Sherman Douglas and Derek Coleman. And Owens is the only junior to make the first team and the first junior ever to make SU, or from SU to make first team. There you get a look at the All-American list. Billy Owens, the 2 guys from Vegas, Larry Johnson, he repeats, and Stacey Ogman, and then 2 sophomores, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Only 2 seniors on the All-American team. Meantime, the Orange ready to climb on Billy's back as the highway to the Hoosier Dome begins to run through College Park, Maryland. The Richmond Spiders, the round 1 opposition. As you would expect today, coach knows more than players.
They play a lot of different defenses, for one thing. They will look to run. They're not necessarily a slow-down team. They run. They played a fast break game in their finals of their tournament when they beat George Mason. It wasn't a low-scoring type game. They looked to push it up the court and play.
I think it would be nice if they would have been on more and we could have been able to see them play also, because you get a feel for a team a little bit better when you've been able to see them play. But I'm sure we're going to have some tapes and we're going to watch them. And
Syracuse has been tracking down the tapes of Richmond. Syracuse and Richmond will play Thursday at approximately 9:55. Our coverage will begin at 7:30 with a half-hour special. Then we'll be on after the game about 1 in the morning to wrap it up. John Eves will be in College Park. The Syracuse, if the Orange win, the Syracuse-Richmond winner against the Purdue-Temple winner will be Saturday at 12:15. We'll have a show on at 11:30 Saturday morning. Before that, we have a cot back here. We'll be living here all week. Every game, start to finish, live on TV5. And from Notre Dame, they're not in any tournament, and they're not even here in the Carrier Dome. How about I don't forget this page? And if you're going to the Dome and have tickets, here are the game times. UCLA Penn State will be the 2nd game in the afternoon, and that Princeton-Villanova game that we're all looking forward to on Friday, 9:52, the approximate start time in the Dome. Now, I can tell you that Notre Dame in no tournament, but school officials confirming that head basketball coach Digger Phelps will not resign or be fired after the Irish dreadful 12-20 season. Well, 2 upstate New York teams are among the final 12 going for the NCAA hockey title, while St. Lawrence was left out of the field for the NCAA Division I men's hockey tournament. Here is a look at the first-round games. Cornell is in. They'll be at Michigan for the games this weekend in the first round. And Clarkson also in. They will host Wisconsin over the weekend. The winners will move on to the NCAA quarterfinals as 4 teams get automatic bids. Back to basketball, NBA, Knicks and Nets at the Garden tonight. The Nets are looking to snap a 10-game losing streak, and they would jump out to as big as a 15-point lead in the early going. Nice give and go from the big fellas. Derek Coleman ends off on the nice pass by Sam Bowie, but this would be a tough night for Coleman. Later on in the second half, he'd hurt his leg after hurting his thumb last week. Derek's been getting injured of late. Here's an interesting story tonight. Listen to this.
Yes.
The horn in Madison Square Garden wouldn't go off. Kind of like the car, a little cold. All right, end of the game. Knicks up 1. Ewing the steal, Ewing the dunk. Knicks played poorly, but won. That's important. Played poor, but you still win, 1985. Milwaukee wins at Detroit, and San Antonio wins at home against Utah. Baseball, the Mets had the deepest pitching staff in baseball. Slowly but surely, it's coming apart. Today, the enigmatic Sid Fernandez suffering a major blow. Fernandez broke his arm today when he was hit in the arm by a grounder off the bat of Houston's Javier Ortiz during a spring training game. Fernandez in a cast until the last week of April. Sid Fernandez cannot pitch until about mid-June because of the nature of the fracture. Fernandez, with his history of laziness and weight problems, a concern as he will try to rehab his broken arm. Meantime, the Jim Palmer comeback road taking a turn off the map today. The 45-year-old underwear model Hall of Famer started against Boston, 19 strikes out of 38 pitches. That's not too good. 2 runs, 5 hits, a walk, and a balk in 2 innings. So it looks like Palmer will not be playing baseball. So, Keith, your brief stay as the jockey underwear spokesman.
Ooh.
Looks like it
Brief
could be coming
stay.
through.
I like that.
Thank you. I'm glad you caught that.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
Well, there are products that have it and some that don't.
And we'll take a look at both when we return. Stay with us.
All the facets of the product have to be okay. As far as the consumer is concerned, they have to understand what they're dealing with.
Somehow the news is getting around about Dunkin' Donuts.
My donut's coming up to 52 varieties with no cholesterol. My donuts are made with the finest ingredients and no cholesterol. My donuts are made fresh with no cholesterol.
Dunkin' Donuts now up to 52 cholesterol-free varieties.
Look who's here.
I want your donut. Gaining the competitive edge these days is an absolute necessity. Many businesses call attention to themselves right on their customers' desks with useful advertising products. Coffee mugs, desk accessories, watches, glassware, and other items can all be imprinted with your company's logo. Imprinted sportswear is another popular possibility. Thousands of products from our catalog are available at surprisingly low cost. Call Sportswear Graphics to help you gain the competitive edge.
Hello, everyone. Does this sound familiar? You open the freezer and wonder how long that hamburger's been in the corner? We'll show you some freezer tips Tuesday on News Center 530.
Considering a luxury car, in all the years we've been building Buicks, never has a car received such praise. The Washington Post, quote, some of the best metal to ever come out of GM or anywhere else.
I get great gas mileage with this car. It rides great. I just think it's terrific value.
The Tampa Tribune, fit and finish can only be called excellent.
You know, America's back with this car. It really is.
Park Avenue at your Central New York Buick dealers, where the pride in American quality is back.
What's the best news you could hear about the price of Roundup herbicide? Ready? Watch. It's dropping right to the floor. In fact, compared to the $70 a gallon Roundup cost in 1985, it's bargain basement. Just $47 a gallon and 30-gallon drums. 47 bucks. Premium performance, new low price. Get Roundup for $47 a gallon.
Get roots and all control of quackgrass for about $12 per acre.
Last year, 15,000 new products flooded into the marketplace. At least 8 out of 10 will fail.
But an Ithaca man loves the failures just as much as the successes. Dave Bullard takes us to his museum for a look at the best and worst the consumer society has to offer.
Chow, Puppy Chow, Fit and Trim, and Purina High Pro.
Categories from Milton Bradley. 100% Colombian coffee.
Today's Pampers with leak barriers.
Tylenol Sinus.
Era Plus.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean doesn't just cut through tough, grimy dirt.
The jingle, the song of capitalism, proof of everlasting belief in the creed of newer is better. But most great ideas die a horrible death. Remember Harley Davidson heavy beer? Bob McMath does. He tells companies whether their hot new idea will flop or fly based on the flops he stores in this warehouse.
This was an attempt to market electric French fries. Just were French fries for the toaster. They were like a picket fence. And unfortunately, that's what they tasted like.
Take a good look at this wall of products. There are thousands of products. Most of them failed, and they're all for hair care. Mousses and sprays, different types of shampoos. But more than a monument to optimism, these thousands of failed products provide important lessons for the future.
All the facets of the product have to be okay. As far as the consumer is concerned, they have to understand what they're dealing with. They have to realize what the product is. It has to offer a benefit to them. If it's a food product, unless they're on some sort of a specific diet, it has to taste good.
Storing and pouring through hundreds of products may sound dreadful to you, but to Bob McMath, it's just plain fun.
When we go on vacations, I usually spend 3 to 4 to 5 hours a day shopping in supermarkets.
Does the world really need Frisbee-shaped food for dogs? That's a question Bob McMath doesn't worry about. He prefers instead the search for newer, whiter, and brighter. Dave Bullard, News Center 5.
I love that one at the beginning. Heavy beer, did you see that?
Yeah. Harley Davidson, heavy motor oil, heavy beer.
Gosh, what would you imagine a commercial for that would be? Want to feel bloated, friend? Have I got a deal for you? Heavy beer.
How about the new and improved forecast?
New and improved forecast. Tomorrow morning, on your way to work, we'll call it partly cloudy on the way to getting mostly sunny and chilly tomorrow morning, 14 degrees.
Okay. That's our report. I'm Keith Copeland.
And I'm Tracy Davidson. For all of us here at News Center 5, good night.
Upon its introduction, the first Acura Legend set a new standard for performance sedans. But as impressive as that may have been, it was merely a reflection of things to come. Introducing the new Legend from Acura.
Come see Miller Acura today. We're dedicated to your satisfaction.